0544338247. Dr. Lawson, the virgin doctor no waye ba ko pe ni nyina no ene se nuro no ye miensa. Lawson Herba, Mr. General Webin, ni nyina ne se cholesterol no ye ntra ho emma ntintiri no moja ntimi ne fusane na nansene ene yade bia ba hayen sa so na typhoid ne ha jaundice no wadro Lawson Herba Mr. Lawson local ne de all the infection diseases no ye de pra e de afiri ho no mo to bi dia wo hu amane no e ye gonosyphilis white na akle e de afiri ho enu achi no wo hia Lawson delay man capsules mema emwo na mum lift mu libido no emma magro amudi no mpem no emfradum enko adum yekopiem ewo KNG Herba Apidang Missy Herba Ferments Samenko 0242133577 0248619999 afko no ugusu enjoy commentary no Oyerepa and promise na ya atwema kwangoma rura bank first can because ye ho bra internet banking etwa go ba withdraw ube make deposit CIMG abomaba so 6 times and 11 branches and yaton edi apete new one a prisons one about head office no a pechi number 2 0322298900 me kanesa na chese abe makane ho asem dada kotana so patapa new junction fa number no call 0243345392 what Franco Trading Enterprise phone ni papa ne fie ho say Samsung say Nokia ni nyinam iPhones no ho ene koto no mo amupe modern na TV no masesem no ne de no so ena ye papa ne branches ne de edoso air conditioning obako na so ye 0245316969 and krokromo no Lawson Herba Mr. no pani emiensa Lawson Loke Lawson Herba Mr. Delay man capsules ni nyina mu no ebewie 0242133577 na chese o madaroma na afcon no so omoboayen ama yetuja de ema babia wo bia ntino show continues with legendary Sometymer bra the danger man atnasie
okay tino edase p ba for obako de
oh there tampacho nyamia
Mr. Kankam so chia
me pacho me gene so Mr. Kankam
Obzan come over St. Louis no
St. Louis oh yeah say eja na da romanti no ye danase
na wadam for papa no so o se odi ade ba beja
kameni beje
na de ama
ye bedanase so
bo nyamfa mai
papa na
ofa that enu am hu Arsenal one ma indication say opese work for the league
oh no
oh
no oh just that
Arsenal were at their Arsenal best
no
when they decided to it was the first half no they now as a kakra by a trainer they took over the game.
I even think in the second half was Ubusami was better because it was a disciplined low block from Nottingham Forest.
Yes.
Don't forget 6 of their players were AFCON.
But so Tawo our union no be gina ho no.
Because
long balls no.
Our union has scored against Arsenal in his last 3 games. And then I make us checking so number say teams be on bold. Any Arsenal tijina biano. A bit difficult for Arsenal. Yeah. And untina Emma most of the time Momo Kase ena yi na Arsenal Belgian League ni adiams no. There are stages. Now the final stage is where you can attack and defend, control games as usual. Baby Arsenal drew is that if you are bold, unye for. Now so ni Arsenal the best so. Now so what ko nimbia. Ultimate results.
Well, league against Arsenal,
No, your margin.
And some kind of by the time they think say they can do it, you know. For example, time I will imagine say after the less attack, no 2-0.
So no second half now or indications. And what I mean, my problem with their coaching is he should have played like he did in the first half. Because it was going to be difficult for Arsenal to score. So Arsenal needs screamers. Sa players na ye boboa bo si pass na shot. Sa ne mana the bram be ye mu ye dia. Sa ne mana bu say Arnold. Wa raising you know me I don't see those players was na. And ye dia just pass na di go back. So if you are very disciplined with your low block na say who make sure say 18 mo kwan a. What the teams now matimi the Fulham. Also there only okasi yentin na ma ba go je gina chire no anasa osu ubiem na emu amiemu ya. That is where the problem. I see an Arsenal team that is coming gradually. So the Liverpool game has come too early. Nana me gacho abantem. Enya Liverpool say. It has come too early. Like nan cause Arsenal about 2 games become answer. Anything I talk can happen, but me just say, I said they went off as a pre-season be on my back. So gradual. But I was now about defense. Obi onyaku kodrobiano. He go na awuno yi. One will not temper is good. Just dare them. Disturb the center back. Disturb the center back. They boot. For channel na si jengo wono. Because no yana denya. Who won it? Sa name my name is. Who a defender now? Oh, tell Biano. What could you know, baby? And I say anyway. But the 3 points were good.
Yeah.
And the 3 points were good. At least my Manchester United move.
Na Manchester dey na
share no neighbor.
Oh,
okay, me.
Omo da 9 fa na.
They me the league na me the no neighbor.
Arsenal I think 3rd position.
Me no neighbor.
Arsenal was second.
Tie me am tie. Me am tie die.
Manchester was 9th.
Me am tie the league na Arsenal and Manchester neighbor mama. What I say, me de omunti ni ebo league no obi abetuma pen de.
Ehia na yes.
See am gas aha de ehia na ene munyina ni ehia.
Ehia na munko je league no nya.
Ba some pam be sign ho de ente.
Ene won pen.
And Liverpool ni Chelsea.
Yeah, interesting game.
That Matthew.
Draw na.
Draw.
Liverpool for the past 4-5 matches omunche Chelsea. Draws.
That way no mun say.
7 matches. Almost me share.
Wa Acheampong nyina kan.
But home na we nyina. Enye match a ugru ho mba be ye bibi ba sa bi no mko.
Liverpool obi embrai.
Omo de
one anya available.
Omo de Nicolas Pepe aba o.
Nicolas
Pepe. Singani no.
Yeah,
Jackson no.
I'm paying ya Jackson.
Omo di na
I'm not quite.
Omo di ko see land no.
Oh no, no is team zo mobi. On boy zo mobi. On boy is zo mobi ana.
Hey, Chelsea na.
How the honest right.
Chelsea the obo.
Oh, the last time I mean who am no bench. The last time I saw Chelsea when he didn't start. And I'm on anu year imu.
And no, kwa no.
Oh, before that, sir, he came on Obama. Now I've gone Yamayo.
I said the noble.
So don't now buy and go in my. No, what says the whatever else goes.
So 6 goals or so in the Premier League.
Okay.
It's on your bad.
But for into
uneasy calmness between Kotoko medical team and the club. They are not happy and seems to be on a collision course with the IMC and the technical team. Lots goes on, a lot is going on. Timer and some now.
Now, I know one outro.
Me and I'm trying.
But and now, as I am on printing my way.
Sir,
what's your own yen to do baby and now?
Now,
watch what
I
do you sign language?
Don't call in production room. Okay. Bia meno.
Lanya hayano bekano.
Tama. Medical team no mojo.
O mojo han.
Say I no.
O mojo han.
System no, set up system no. Because omo fu say Safi Wade no is a dent on their integrity and their profession.
Dent is the same.
Na better na to assign player. Afi yakọ babo say scan no mko je results ne ba no. Say injury no since any they thought of. Say medical team we have questions.
There are some now. So are they saying say more recommendations, more reports were not taken and answers?
In fact, according to my men on the grounds, no, medical team feel say the deal was done before they were asked to.
No, that's what I'm asking. Me say, time no more away medicals. No. Report on the ma empenyim for no. Omo ntiana.
Send a lead to say some quest scan medical facility be take one no.
E dey na lead to. Me just say we are
the man and the lead to send yes ankoya additional scan and ankoya scan no medical facility be take ho. Tom koya scan no doctors ne kwaje scan no dey say na just say
that one answer me yeah try na dey answer question what they assemble me say yeah na say we na yen nyina be set here then we move along with you. The player, they conducted medicals on the player. Meboa.
Medicals were conducted.
Okay, meba. What was the report? Our doctors, no, Edema, IMC, and our technical team. You don't know that for a fact.
Meaning the detail of the report.
Detail.
But the report, I don't lead you to say additional scan. No.
So the report suggested, basically, you can say, Adibi Huni, and
me patrol.
Timumia Feda.
Yes.
Tests.
And I'm the court tech or medical facility.
Any of the buyer,
into report to the buyer.
Yeah, the buyer,
no,
doctors, and as saying.
Send report on scan report in the betchere.
Some never interpret. I'm the big team.
There's more thing.
Send the more things are saying.
So be a born on say ne born bedding.
Ne born bedding say.
On to me more
report on doctor.
The extent of the injury no. On to more boss say.
Okay, so these are or this is the report of the technical team. Yes, sir.
Of the medical team.
Of the medical team.
The extent of the injury, but no team more boss is saying.
Oh, mama report to management.
Of course.
Management na mfanya adwuma.
And o sign boy no.
Debi o ma mfanya adwuma. As o be say yenko kakrakra. Ti o ma mfanya adwuma.
Tama, if you like you can say it so to say.
And if I like so on the story about we want to understand.
Say some of the questions na obusa no. So me ma wo direct answer. He said the makasem ni nyina wi.
Oh, okay. On that score I agree with you. So we are saying, say, the medical team recommended, say, boy, this is the situation.
For what
so, doctor, who now, yeah, and I don't know, me, not sure report. Obe can't say, see, but on for so say. So what I say, doctor, with my catch, say, I deal with also SAG. But the other option is a bit more to use antibiotics for a while, don't worry. You will take the option. Or not, the main as a doctor, and visa, yes, SAG, so what the doctors do is to tell you what is in the report and they will advise. Are we here saying, say, report and advice on the man penning for no man fa and they went ahead to register the player?
It appears, Tama, it appears.
Oh, it appears.
Oh, say.
Is that the case?
Tama, I say, oh,
let me proceed.
Wouldn't say nobody can sit here and say,
oh, but you have own trial as a doctor Biaka Samacho, Bafo. And wow checks no.
Oh, yes,
and why?
But from
why are you are not
from all indications no I say impenifo no am fa doctors no report no and as some advice na nya adwuma
period na mature to
from all indications
yeah to aso
impatcho so what here and then went ahead and signed the player no I training grounds then the physio keeps working on the player. For instance, I sent my men to the training grounds, the player was not there. What am I training there? And
no, the training the we may not know. See, no me where kakra dia be kra yes substances heading. So why are we
substances or by training?
No. Why are we delving into as for why a player will not come to training? too many reasons. It could be injury, maybe. It could be rest. It be training. It could be any other
week when he was cited at the secretariat.
Now, so all in the office now. Wait, Marco. When you cite him at the secretariat,
when you are doing this connection, you are a master of it.
You say I have a problem with speculative journalism.
But it is normal. It is proper. It is okay. It is part.
No. When you are speculating, let us know. So some are making. Me and I make a canema boom based on this. But when we present Manokoye, say I have, for instance, I was you sent your men on the ground.
And they were training grounds.
Say your men were there. Omo buy no. O men let's say but your men did not tell you why he did not come to train.
Because
your men should have been able to tell us to say, you go training grounds, so, and we can tell you for sure. Say the entire ma branch and I'm training. But so I'm training who
we are in the know we say.
So now we are a whistleblower more than a journalist.
Oh,
your voice.
And Tama, you are casting.
Medical can say. I trust your source.
Because I'm a whistleblower.
Oh, me so men no. Then they behaved as whistleblowers. Say training according to my training grounds. We must guy. Any prana. Yes, you are more of a whistleblower than a journalist.
You see, now catch me say.
I said GF for statement. I'm getting a manipulative apology.
We procured apology. We don't accept it.
You know, boy, some point training grounds. So man who pray and I'm saying, "Kai ato." That is
whistleblowing. We keep more so near say who know. A secretariat too. And I'm the secretary. And I'm who say and he say in talk with him to terminate a contract that has been signed not long ago.
No, remember. You don't need to go to the secretariat to have a contract terminated.
Oh,
no, his agents, his reps could go there and do it. And you can also hold personally.
Then okay,
and I'm going to be crowd or catch them say. Me call a check-up be almost me mfadi be mra and the nanya no office no anyway say yes subject to straight proof also to me chat and money this young man see at your program no be my information from Techima say
yes
the guy has issues with injury.
Yeah, I remember.
And we said it here.
Yeah, I remember.
The guy has issues with injury. And no dear.
Yeah.
But yeah, trust it. Kotoko source no. And the doctors no. Say doctors no. Justice Blee.
I'm no. And you say
no rather no doctors na me call mo.
No, but almost were issues. Almost so no they are peeved. Because professional advices are not being taken. A lot of things are being put on them. Almost said that I say they are not.
And they are started the job.
Oh, timer.
Doctor, Okra certificate professor doctor. No tumufu. Oh, namunti. No tumufu namunti. No mdo. Na kwa mama munya juma ibini doctors.
Tama okay me no wadam.
We say training dey abeka mama say juma warden. Okay me doctor warden.
Okay me no wadam for doctor baako no. You know what stadium ma e chire wako abuchire no. So kind of issue no. We fikotoko.
Na ye dey.
Omo ka say omo for so mane wo panie bi. Be a big issue okrum hanum time so be ka ya.
For so no.
Ma wo place panie.
Then Mr. Otuo
Issue a big issue at time minute time na dealing with that issue okrum ha.
Okay, and then Mr. Otuo asem no be how because a doctor say e for so abra onim say
be a big issue how there eno no ho asem be ba how there ono de onim de make no.
No and
the doctor what the judge man what the cotton abuchi.
Doctors no asem wo mo.
No sir the okay there he left.
He
they don't care about your professional advice. There are some people like that. But when you find yourself in this situation, because at the end of the day, say medical associations when a whole certificate won't ever pass. So that is why you don't stay in. But I mean, doctors they shouldn't get me wrong. Say,
only me say,
me chim no man make say.
Okay, yeah,
because
information.
Professional me bu omo pa. Because school science na bom. To me must be a doctor and a pharmacist. I did be a fast science will be ano. Come to me try be a 20 over 100 chemistry ne sa na masa. I respect them a lot. Ba me say. So ko tufo na babon. To me tie the doctor na me kai abrochi asem ne ka. O ka ze bisi. Prayer be na be medical be ade chem say it Chelsea or one of the clubs.
Like Remy, yeah.
The medical team were not spared because one wako school ultimate tre the extent of obi prana na hoarding. And this a home ba sama ye ni obi akotoko IMC for obi anya doctor wo. Omo ya accountant ni administrator there. So you know. Na doctor akọ recommend ya na afa nchen. Na no mo na mko ka say that is blade. Na muka chire coach. Na coach be kan.
Tama when him say no doctors no almost organize a press conference about it.
Munya manam say almost doesn't count. Da mon kan wa.
Omo bufu papa.
Yanko na. Ya member say do omo be see discuss on the women not because some aye kan nyina no. Ye hu omo side of the story. Timi ni di wachi emeka bibi. Nsemu a doctor for manual for mamon vanche. We di na chia sa na obey. Go baby. Ye ka se gwa play hwenye no. Ni eti aye gwa.
Safiu.
Hwenye no.
Safiu contract no ombetwom. Kotoko betwom.
Compensation between. E ka fufu be fie. Another is a cross.
Obetra
another there's a cross e ka say BBC ni etwam aye nduare.
And the second time
na me tie na friends we twam contract ma. Say lawyer toto uni lawyer toto lawyer toto kromu ha. Ono ha no meko askwa. Say lawyer ngofo bi sisi bi omu kume.
Edita.
O de tu scan ma me na me.
Omo ma boy ntina ha omo boy no matua ne ka. Me so so be ka sa.
De meka so ne say so twam contract ma maji musika na meko. We any o ma kwa de 3 months ya pe we pe.
Tama
Ghana.
Imoros return to Kotoko hangs in a balance. Asem ekukruba wo ho. Na emo ebisi basa kakra.
Oi.
Tama ono so ahia na wa.
We dey say nye case bi.
A case Kotoko etebu 2-year contract.
Na anye so what's the big deal? Anna, what is it?
Who oversimplified no?
That's it.
Hey, that be me. I come here no man from Mumu.
Let me say.
And I'm about to tell with the title near. Argentina angrily cross Ghana.
No, sorry.
We are not so cool.
Na dey be mo kwa the 30 minutes.
Argentina angrily drop Ghana for Nigeria and Cote d'Ivoire over abysmal performance by the Black Stars.
Na say say me dey nyame tie masem. So na mka chere no.
Omo say ball no
mo na aye adom.
Yeah, omo timi ni omo sa performance we dey omo timi ene omo nko ball.
I think say nyame na ehu ya.
Omo no omo. This year
dey so say Messi gra na be ka chere.
Ball fu we na ball na me no free match. Masa, ya dey kwakwa ya dey a.
Yeah, be boy.
I returned to house because I saved a lot playing for House of Folk than playing in Macedonia. Isekuka tell his story as to why he came back.
Zach.
Jojo. Interesting.
Yeah, kwano no.
No.
Go for Gakrevi.
Yeah.
It's SMBC baby.
Oh,
it's Ghana on.
Yes, Sandra. It was important win for us now. Away to Nottingham Forest. It was one of the few teams now. AFCON no, the probably team that affected them in terms of player that they've lost to the AFCON. A lot of first team players. But I think the Arsenal approach in the early stages, you know, let's go there, show our authority on them. By the time that Nottingham Forest action, it was 2-0. Arsenal defended very well. MT Ateta say this is an unforgiving league that you have to struggle, whoever you are. Not even if I'm saying Pep Guardiola. Sometimes they have to struggle to get the win. And the last 10 minutes were not there. They say Arsenal deep to get that important win. And, it was a very good win. And especially the second goal, quite a good no buy. after mistake from Montiel, it was 1-2 and the third ball was a goal. How quick the break was and how everything about the team was good. But my problem with Arteta, they be me can say, and coaches in some boy if I miss me Troy. I can't answer because this is a boy that Arteta survivor. Who's the time and who children na obia si uncle as supporters na ka si empire no sa team na a man who hope man has the hope say now a year no this guy was key in that Bukayo Saka no very key this boy miss me then Oprai Okoye when he recovers since I recover by watching man opportunity to prove himself again time be out obet Martin chance on many mobi or 10 minutes on mobi. But this is a guy that who call the Arsenal era Canadian. They have a lot of confidence in this boy. He's young, he's a through and through Arsenal boy, quality player by all standard. And you could clearly see that on any day, say only Xhaka na open me future pattern newer. Open be on Odegaard ni Rice boy and you have it the best option miss me rule. Because he gives or more everything in a midfielder will give you. And we also miss Rowe in that midfield 3 in the Arsenal team. It's name they say on one kasa in post match. AJ Tim says the boy is a quality player. And who's that? I'm saying there.
Why not fair to us as at all?
Oh, are they?
The boy has been injured. Okono Aba.
And also Oba. There are a lot of times on the bench on Manumbobi. Who's a player?
Uprana Aba, he allows you time to fully recover.
Who's a player?
Clearly, or play or penasem.
Yeah, who's a play Upra Badia, Abianca, or 5 minutes be, or 10 minutes be there. But consistently, a bit Martin bench, no, or the offender say, obey changes at the one never on Manumbobi.
Okay.
But I think
that's an observation.
Yeah. So, giving confidence in that boy. Who's the man? I hope to who said it was a January? TCB try to take him away.
Yeah.
Because Arsenal to know they can't lose a player through Arsenal quality player by our standard. And Andra on my very good performance. So and Chelsea call Liverpool. Now a game that say about Focano in their last 7 games, 2 cup games and 5 Premier League games, in a draw, including the first round of this fixture, and also in a draw. It's a game that in recent fixtures admire anything to cheer about in terms of win and any other thing. Liverpool and as a Chelsea this season, and my experience of many teams are casting bar. At least they give a very good performance. But most of those in Stamford Bridge. Sir, Chelsea airborne against big team. Now my Euro Moho, I'm a good performance now. Most of those games now I am Stamford Bridge. Now and then Jurgen Klopp after announcing say free season when they will be free Liverpool in the first game against Norwich. The kind of performance they gave out now the first Premier League game after making the announcement at Anfield once again against Chelsea. When you say and there a rule for Jurgen Klopp, Ebermanako club 200 and above Time managers now we need 200 or more matches in the Premier League. Among all of them, Pep had the quickest with me 200 wins in the Premier League. But we just club 200 now. Ubenya Sir Alex Ferguson, Ubenya Arsene Wenger, Ubenya Pep Guardiola. Ubenya Jose Mourinho, Harry Redknapp and David Moyes. It is our 6 managers we and Mourinho limited to year pa. Or money go for Saka 200 and above. Or more 200 games in the Premier League. Klopp 199 wins in the Premier League. And then if he's able to beat Chelsea, or but join that 6 clubs now, or more 200 or more wins in the Premier League. A game that I think Chelsea. As I said, Stamford Bridge and over against big teams now. We've only seen how they've reacted. We saw them against Man City. You home against Liverpool. You home against Arsenal. You home against Tottenham Hotspur. Teams now almost no court bridge on Chelsea bar. The reaction is massive. But away and there or much approve they are so convincing. We saw them against Manchester United at Old Trafford. And then Anfield, especially at the time that Liverpool squad no. So now no FA Cup, Trent or Konchenka Krabat, the last 2 games he's back. Soboslai was injured kakra. Now he's back in the last game he plays some. It's a time all their injured players no recover with the session of Salah on available. Their guys in there available things in there.
Okay.
And then one says I don't James no will be broken today. Anfield close game 2-1 win be
for Liverpool. Kwaba Zen.
Yeah, Jones.
Good.
Na bia boko de.
Boko.
Okay. Nze no anshada nkoyama Brighton.
Brighton one zen to kwa kesi no mnimku. Eze nketu ara se. Omo nyire omo go.
Enra de.
They go ma pick up.
Enra de omo discipline this baby. Yes, omo discipline no. No, omo working on the Brighton team.
Luton. Why not change the coach no?
Sheffield.
Sheffield.
Yeah. To a Newcastle so coach Aston Villa.
Yeah.
For a long period.
Good evening. Sunday I'm going to no you 4 no it's a 4-1. Yeah.
3-1.
Almost
3-1. Yeah. And Jordan Sunya a fine game and now.
Hey.
Maybe na.
My Crystal Palace game na 3-2 no.
3-2 yeah.
Because not at the same time the games were many.
Yeah. Arsenal so coach Nottingham Forest.
Yeah.
Said there's Akito Kano by 2-1. Gabriel Jesus and Bukayo Saka and the coach 2 goals no Arsenal. Nottingham Forest team in your batting, but one side this season Arsenal no my boy they allow Arsenal to hold on to the ball for a long period, possess a lot. And the Nottingham Forest and Arsenal ball who's had you know. They always decide to defend. No more job on the Arsenal and we somebody hit Arsenal on the bricks. So Osha Arsenal team ne carefully. Me nim time apart beba there. But Utie Mikel Arteta he has a special feeling say Pateba it will move the Arsenal team to a different level. Say me makase reason why people doesn't see Partey as a world-class holding midfielder. So you Ghana ni. Because Partey boy obono mzotu. If he had opportunity to play in the Premier League in Arsenal kotona, kaskana mliko to declare and one number tono. Almost without Partey you are mixing something in the Arsenal team. And Oretania Ebema Arsenal a lot of options because Obeti have a lot of attacking players.
But you can't rely on him.
And Arsenal for this time when you about Traman is obey fully fit before or man opportunity to play. On the previous seasons, they are more risky no. Ayeka Krebi a Patebebo, Ayeka Krebi a Patebebo. So but this time around when you about the Mapati, say Pate and who you now on returning. Baby a issue no was say no. The two whilst we are looking at the fixtures now, the league table. Liverpool from 21 games, 48 points. Arsenal 22 games, 46 points. Man City at 20 games, 43 points. Villa 22 games, 43. These are the top 4 teams in the Premier League. Then 5th position, Tottenham Hotspur with 40 points. Tottenham ball against Brentford. Liverpool ball against Chelsea. Manchester City bebo early game against Burnley, which when him say the City will do more goals. It's unsure how the league table will go. Say near Beshano. So too. Liverpool game now born and then against Chelsea no. About with a lot of things. Liverpool has survival without Mo Salah. In games of Mabo without Salah. After Salah joining the Egyptian national team. Liverpool perform 7 out of 7. Our winning games are twice in the Premier League, but it looks quite difficult because our recent meetings against Chelsea, Anfield and the Stamford Bridge, winning Shedam mem. Say, we are Liverpool supporter, we are jogging clubber. At this stage, we be feeling happy. Say Liverpool are spending £115 million on Caicedo because after moving from Brighton to Chelsea. Zoto, Yehu Caicedo na Yehu no Brighton. Romeo Lara, so it's the same thing. Liverpool afana wiyo na Chelsea dim kan go fa no. The whole season about 36 minutes. Nti dey impact na come dey ma Liverpool team no. If Liverpool spend this esca no, and omunya homa. But how Jurgen Klopp was so quick to move on with the Liverpool team without getting these players. How was he setting up the team? And Liverpool are one of those teams to offer the top 4 teams in the Premier League. Majority of their games, Omo ball without a proper holding midfielder. Omo ball rather with a deep lying playmaker in McAllister. Oko City ball with Rodri. Oko Arsenal ball with Declan Rice. Oko Aston Villa, Omo ball with Douglas Luiz. Liverpool ball with McAllister, who is not a proper DM, but Omo top of the Premier League. And yen him say, and they in football, there be a say one positioner, ya underrating for a long period. A players Omo ball as defensive midfielders. How important Omo to teams? It's when you say positioning writer, so to there be a best struggle. It will be say why Arsenal de 105, Chelsea de 115 because Caicedo the time at Brighton, Declan Rice time at West Ham, performance na no putting up. Now we share Arsenal team now because of party injuries. Over Chelsea team now, Jorginho call no more with a deep line playmaker. Yemfo be measure Jorginho and I. Who do we pick? Let's go for a typical defensive midfielder in the person of Caicedo Nyanko Fanemra. It's about a year so to say you need to spend a lot and some when you're a quality defensive midfielder. Now and then game na Zoto Liverpool mixing Salah. Chelsea team no, it looks like the strength of the team Abedjan the young guy, Kopama. All competitions this season were 13 goals. And virtually like their top scorer this season. Good news, Nise Nkukuba. Jackson are returning back into the team. But Chelsea are one club, I'm so to almost face a lot of injuries this season. And then also one problem, if you say Emma Pochettino Enya and the team ye. Going into this game, Zoto, let's look at the number of players Chelsea mixed this season. And most of them are key players to the Chelsea team, especially to say Rhys James. Gusto Amoton as replacement for Rhys James in case Rhys James prayer. Just last week, Omu game against Aston Villa, Nako was wepra. And the injuries so ababe problem the match Chelsea team no. A one gamer, Mizoto, a bit more of a midfield battle. Then you will need one player, an exceptional player, to decide the game. Say the recent meetings now draw, especially at Anfield 0-0. Recently you kunya 1-1. You beto around that line. But one thing they say Chelsea bo Liverpool or Anfield almost some certain level of confidence be. I mo the ball against Liverpool. But what makes Liverpool team no a strong side? They say they can score from everywhere. Especially that Portuguese boy Diego Jota. Recent games I will not be surprised if Diego Jota say Liverpool be go back on even huna he will score that goal for Chelsea Liverpool team no. It will show game ni carefully. But remember that you be 1-1. Ebia Diego Jota for Liverpool. Then bia penalty be na Kopama be ho no abo ahia am the Chelsea na 1-1. Other games never
Anfield.
Yes, I see a 1-1 game. Liverpool Anfield. Ade say be Arsenal ntina we ka say nya bad.
Chelsea is ready to me abani.
Then
Chelsea is what 31 points. Ombodro got 32.
Chelsea were 31 at that 10th position.
Ombodro got 32.
32 na so Manchester United. Munyina say Manchester be china.
Why? Wolves.
Manchester ne Wolves china.
Okay, so Nana ba.
Who they I don't see United winning based on Wolves for recent.
Nana ba.
Ozay.
Onana be jine.
Yo Nana no mo pam ni se take ni meda po yi.
Zakito nkwa.
Depending kai o.
Zakito nkwa.
Nipa da ni etias ye ni kai ba say. Eh. Ontia na mo na yi Newton Port se wan wan ko ye na say ah. Zakito say tekini na ye save ye bin sida.
Fifth division only abrewa kuna abona won. Obo abrewa won. City ne Burnley. Mama City for Burnley 1. Na kwa no de coach Burnley na no mo yi na. Oh. Na team no oni omo dia na. O che so.
So mo no mo ti ase say omanye proper recruitment amano. Based on how no, so we share even Luton Town to no free championship in Bayern. They have spent on the team. But Oh, why?
Ban you no to players be.
Players, I know you're not Forest.
They go go for players be.
No, players and the Townsend more.
Our problem with Townsend is not polluting. What's the problem with Bali? Is a person officer is student of oh, sir, almost of the many months here. Obese obo as a pet ball be passing
and the passing ball. The quality level players no more compared to other side no more Premier League. Omo dey anymore. Anya bo abebo. Say identity there. It doesn't matter players are got to more do by the quality of players I will start na person but remember results no. That is most important. Because also person possessive football. Now we share Manchester City with this kind of players. How do you play against City? Now so called dominate City. You can't. Then Brentford so Tottenham game no a tricky game but my member Tottenham was 2-1 it was our game no 1-1 Liverpool Chelsea 4-1 Manchester United ne Burnley then Tottenham 2 Brentford so 1 what is your La Liga games so ho yes Barca against Osasuna.
Okay.
Osasuna da 12 on the La Liga log. Barca at the 4th. There are big clubs here, big clubs no. Javije La Liga last season. This season, Barca are still in the top 4.
Yeah.
But they are not satisfied. Barca that's a Champions League, but they are not satisfied. So we a big club. It will behave like a big club. No matter what situation I will come. Because Barcelona had the league table. At least for Real Madrid, they will say Madrid currently a better side than Barcelona. Atletico Madrid, Barca will not accept. Girona, there be. Upon their financial struggles, Barcelona still feels that they are a big club. Because winning the La Liga last season, now to your ball league, so we share the points over table now. The points gap between Barcelona and Girona out of that top of the league is to 11 points. Real Madrid with one outstanding game, or about 21 games, 54 points. At 21, Barcelona at 21. The points gap between Real Madrid and Barcelona is 10 points.
Okay.
It tells you, say, Barcelona are not satisfied with what they have. Against Osasuna enya a good season. Such games, your coach are only team mobile to build the confidence of the players. My member Barcelona so 3-1. Our game number against Osasuna and Atletico Madrid ne Rayo Vallecano. Atletico Madrid will win roughly 2-0. It was a game.
You want me to say, Captain? Shall say any inquiry?
Cup of Nations. Nazia na me focus here na European football.
So Obi send a message.
Discuss it.
Obi send a Cup of Nations here the bull.
Okay.
I'm saying enjoy form ko yi Ghana no
Yeah.
Ama do be adwene say ya ba.
I don't know should always be mindful say me around a Cup of Nations me dey me.
Oh around saying.
So was you bo kai maybe kai pa.
He's not talking about you. Oh. So I play program na airball level.
Odibem.
I know say collaboration. That's all around. I don't have fans.
So we say
we fans.
Some guys have my and I'm making about.
Odibem nakasa.
What fans say? But them more you know pepe.
So yes the Cup of Nations still we gonna free more. Not say if you want to enjoy it you still enjoy it because some matches we are it excites a lot. For example, La Côte d'Ivoire game on boy against Senegal. A game you always sit down and ask, hey, is this Ivorian team that strong? So what happened in the first 3 games and that game against Senegal? Tough performance. Home players no, so they came to the party. A game that they dominated after Senegal share first goal. Very early in the game, they took the game to them and made sure that they equalized and went on penalties to win. So my biggest excitement has to do with the South African team. A team of almost 8 Mamelodi Sundowns players. That's the local component large in their team. And a team who coaching. And I think Hugo Bruce actually said he's a top-notch coach. And when he won that game, that's when he won Africa with Cameroon, no, it wasn't a fluke, but he really understands the game, and when he's on your bench, he brings you something. So, a South African team that is able to beat Morocco, and they now you can World Cup. They did very, very well to the extent that the only African team will do semi-finals. So that man for free only team that World Cup performance, no, Ababi ran to the Cup of Nations, no. Yes, the first game we show glimpses of that. The second game draw, the last game draw, and that's how. But South Africa played the game. Misoto, okay, sorry. Misoto, in that game, because my fellow South African team, no, we was also very first game against Mali. It was a typical that South African football, no. The person more entertaining, but most of the time we don't want to miss chances. So at the point, I'm boy, you know, I catch him say, sorry, no game you two, no, because I did not game with if you boy, want to share South African for no, and I'm saying yes. There were a little Nanapia, yes.
Omudia,
second one, Nanapia is I think 12 or so years of age.
Your man is saying,
no 4 strong, and beautiful family 4. With a beautiful wife. Oh yes, that's what I have. The one
question
the phone now.
Phone now. Some me stuff now me.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Me kai me know to me for that. That's what I'm
say you so go far kwa ni twa huru. Aye.
You ever know?
I thought you so go far kwa ni twa huru.
Any twa huru. I don't say.
Na Johnson so baby ya na hard.
Okay, yo.
I had him say sad in the binia. Sad in the fear had the binia. Dem.
Ebi nyangware ba obenya sad. Yenkwe. O ka se chichi but ebro ni ho tina. So that South African team. The team will not continue to improve game after game. So the first match Omulusu by 2-0 to Mali, no. After that, their game against Omun neighbors, what's the name? Namibia. Yeah. You could clearly see a total change in approach. How Coach Hugo Bruce and the team was the difference for a typical South African football. Now this aggressive and direct football, and so it paid off. And I'm sure 4. No.
Yeah.
Then Omun next game, I think they drew and of the qualified by. So the biggest game was yesterday's game against Morocco. Because it was a game. You see the another side approach a coach in the Koye. This time around, making sure that don't open up so much. Or close game kakra. When the opportunity comes, no spring up no. And he did that until say Onya that first goal no. And then no anomujina so at a point in time Morocco had a penalty. But when they missed, South Africa took the game to them and Onya that second goal no. So you are looking at a coach
I do a red card.
Lord General.
Okay.
It's only general record. So it was a game.
Morocco for no Amrabat no two.
Debbie. So it was game Mamzoto. I like the approach to each and every game. Because it speaks for, I don't know say if South Africa really represent local component. It speaks for them. And I think it's a teams only be a bar, only team be a bar to on show say maybe local players and these are top professionals, and for that that respect be for them.
Yeah.
And that because to tell my coach, who's my coach in 5 years. I think the contract will end somewhere next year or so. 5 years. And it tells you, I say, that they knew what they wanted.
Okay.
It was a project. So even when the coach was coming, when the South African journalists, when the South African public, were attacking him, he told them, say, on Manimra competition,
the president shown it, now you know.
Okay.
So I say South Africa for Casa.
Also, Manimra, Banas are far. They have every right to sack him. This is a coach or the job what to lie. So nobody's all yeah, Juma. And I want to believe just why you can't pona. Per dia why you South Africa for every person makes them the contract no. This is where me person make masam ni bana besi in local Ghana dey no. Because you give a coach a project, or for a coach having a project in your mind. Upese ukoko do baby. And you know, you look at a coach, I will freeze over my judgment the amount. You don't just get up, you form a committee, no I come to coach. Now twa and your man I work also enya na and now yeah, answer. So me feel that South Africa then a clear example to Ghanaians. So we are the last couple of nations. South Africa actually qualify for the group stage. A chance enough coach Raba. Have no put two things together. But this South African team as show say coach that's a teamer with automatic time or build the team no. Edabe do pempens will be. So they meet a crack side in Africa and they don't show any weakness. Almost says that crack side no players and work up say and for that you're respectful. They play their game and so they have strategy to play any team. Right? So me feel say Ghana as a country, so we need a plan. Ghana needs a plan. We need to sit down near to 2 years no in football no. So to enya dey say ade bi na as we team ana wo kona wanya setback back bi e dey nyesa. When ade consistent it becomes situation with team. So say Ghana na e wo no that powerhouse of Africa no any hobiem satag no ye kan ya no. But on the foot of play any hobiem whereby teams in kitty and fire so. So to I think he said the apology of the FA. I'm not so much into that apology. After all, me free say genuine. After all, me free genuine. But me free say what we have to do and say, yeah, for your kasa no, any actions. Me so to we to walk the talk. Ya be ya failing. Omunyin tum say yes, you are failing. Now your program say your person here no. And to say when your person you're going forward. It's not about thinking about come Morocco next cup of nation. We want to go and win. Say come to ebe kwasa ba say ya. So let's find a plan.
Captain Akasa kama. Na na pia papa na the FM. So when
Mr. Otuo headlines no be America kotoko kakra. Maybe I'm
there's a wow headlines.
Oh say there what can tell you.
Oh okay.
Na enra assemble ko ba lamte. Na Mr. Otuo also be your papa no ayo bone kakra o. Anu bi na
obi your papa no
how yeah no how.
Papa don't mean obi nya
no how. Mr. Otuo yenka no how.
Buba buni ye o.
Ma me dem asepa. Na
but what ya? Na say no ntumi say.
Mr. Otuo.
Debi men fa ni akosia. Sa ben de ma mo ntach.
Sasa we Mr. Otuo.
Dimpani ahunya. Ontina area bia ayi agwa bi wa ahunya wo ba ko yi emona to ni na ba
ago bi ka kama kon to
menua ko fi wusu e wa to nsu na me adma me free ha me ko no ma kwaje be na asesa ne nyina
all list of ba am to say ti be the zone say am just
and so my and no kind of disqualify
so to na lamte die no say na mo kan so be your papa no how no bibi sa akoso because on say the player no wanye mafia work but sources close to the family of Lamte sad say trip no intimi ambaso yes into them I mean use the word sad as a omura ho kakra say opportunity bi sa ba no Mr. 20 me anya successful enra ye ko PM baby me for almost around 9 PM PM na calculation here say on the send $100,000 so to all the bag Ghana you are looking at almost 12 billion and they felt 1.2 million Ghana cedis 12.3 e bi kura be baso nti emba say be 12 billion ti no mo hu say enka the deduction of Asante Kotoko no kura koso a eme atiti bibia Kotoko roughly can get around 500,000 after every deduction. Emba say even half kura more than half kura nkwa and for 5 billion old Ghana cedis no mo hu say enka Kotoko so bitimi de aye ne ho ne oma kakra na
500,000
yeah 500,000 at least we bitimi anya no replacement ubetime anya bi so de ayade na nka player no so no $7,000 US dollars no so etimi akwakoche nti the point is I say areho kakra wo mumu but so who say they don't want to leave Kotoko in a way benya issues with Asante Kotoko nti na make us be your papa na wa how kakra so that is with the Lamte case and they were returning to training and from the news coming in obeyen and ho abo but ebia e drew time Kotoko be extending the contract ne dia Mr. Otuo, if the figure is not the right figure, one here na assemble.
What's a man can
Mobi Bekase or stubborn?
You're pregnant with a lot of be delicate balance. I said the lamb to catch said the lamb to you be a mamunzoon.
Debbie Minkasa.
More of I say Senka Lamte Mushani a company and Kayom Pia.
Yeah, I said say or no I didn't buy no or the buy. Mutiti film na mo where the money around 6 billion I say 600 momo some the kodwomu a munya sa nti momo ye selfish kakra in a way and man consider ono nti maybe beba ono so be selfish
they only selfish
and if you know why
what about
na but the deal is not awful between Lamte and the agent and the club, the deal is not off.
But between among Kotoko, agent and Lamte, they off.
It's off. But between Lamte
and we are agent and say, some do how no sukra tram card na. Ono so be ka say na we almost so dey but onso be dwene ne ho. Go me kana agent is 15,000 a month. You know. Also me make some fufuro bia o
aye kwan ka me ma we
mama obi ant because
Kotoko fans they should know that the player don't want to leave Kotoko on any bad instance and now note but one here be Drew baby na also all man contract extension na offer no anya de emu
anya commercial rate
e betimi ama na stay no check it other ways maybe or take a decision people should be a bit calm when it get to that particular stage. Now Mr. Otuo fatal safi wasem no me say na me ba na on Mr. Uwa.
Danger man
Yes, there have been approach of termination is confirmed.
Approach by who?
By Kotoko.
Say compensation.
There be termination.
So you compensate.
Story near say or started training no after medicals ni nyina awie ye no or started training no and no complaining of pains on the 9 kakra
because of training no more
and now this is where the issue comes in
ogum so be miu
ogum krade and nekra no aba
anya ni training no more
but mu training supervised by David
obemium so on say agwa yare aba
now Mr. Otuo issue ni said the player himself no after signing the two penny for him say and come manage more of gym works for bare 2 weeks be
no
na on farm gain the fitness no ura serious training once a Kotoko players no more break naturally obi ko break no ba coaches ni person mu break or more down you go through serious training pa nti no na that yenya o gym no santi ase na nse da anya you mu through no straight into the training. Then no cost start or complaining. Today na Mr. Worker say on-court training, it is true. And on-court training because he is injured. We pray.
The money will true. My man time I couldn't kakra na mbusa question. Training ni mu no prayer na ase nation.
Training ni mu and no complaining say or ti pains wo ne 9 ase kakra.
Enti na say training ni mu.
Training ni mu.
Enti the whole kind there oba ya
any training ni mu. From the so better asem no. Oba so o man here. The things obi a say na wa hi. Yes e be ko work. I'm saying for sure. Me dika me trakam e chambantma. Yes o debi. Yes I say do pampas wa ha.
Ono asan.
So ato e na tell about it. On radio ba.
Enti obedi nye ni say.
I don't have obedi asem no.
From there.
So obedi was o ka asem na. E ya no o dwene ba bi asem no o te no no. O mbe so be say ho nti no. E ya mo amu ba bi kika ho ye titi bi fi.
O de obi a.
Omu ko twa MR twice. Nti no na omu ehu the extent of ni pain na or complaining.
Sana man in show medical.
Yes, I'm saying show.
Okay.
Because I'm saying medicals no most long time
about heart
serious MR ni wo. on say omo bia your training angles be betimi amo abende o nine no na bia to see say if you complain but
the Ghana
MRI detail one there yeah because yentimi nya full body no say Ghana nyoma ne boarding say no mko hu say ni knee no at the end say is connected to ni knee ni kakra now according to the player so according to sources close to the player no who say enya dia yes or tipping but he has encountered serious ones than this. Only say
only what is wrong with him.
There can be something.
Okay.
But reports sources also close to the medical team indicate say some year who ejuma ebi at the rest of second round untimimbo.
And also no buy.
After that report from two medical teams a call Asante Kotoko management one plus the technical team no they made an attempt. They invited him to the secretariat and now omu propose a contract termination. Now the player also felt that there be at the end of me feeling no meet me diabo just munyabo treka kramam. So for now between Dasuberi and other members also no administrative no there omu train coach Akwesiapia. Once a boy ne banumuno, Akwesiapia had a part to play. So now coach Akwesiapia is expected to come. Obeba Ghana bia na so chana. Eso obedru. And he is expected to arrive. Until obedru they will meet coach Akwesiapia, Emmanuel Newton Dasuberi, the medical team, and now coach Ogumabano, plus the player. Omunyina abishia. Then they will find I honestly dear. On says yes, a fatal with contract ne signing before the day before the medicals. You engage a medical team member of Asante Kotoko. Manika say unimoshe. Me kwa mbe catch a strike. I say and me sources kameka say either the medical team doctor no and be other dame and now some person beka no kwerache because so catch him emphatically say onye any preparation for medicals for anybody.
Medical.
But the truth is medicals no course. I can't see exactly.
More hospital go to mo koya na hospital no report aba.
Yes.
There's a medical team no
during the medicals ne dear Mr. Otuo this particular injury no amba. But afterwards no go to just
some as e kan so ehun yibo kan. Ehun ati.
Ani ehun.
Entinye medical team no na ye conducting medicals on the play.
Okay, say fatal issue ni ba na mka che o say. Nana ohene. Ai oba na yi man din ye ya mensa.
Yeah.
Chema Otuo-Acheampong K5. Supporters oboka ho. Ene former board members of Mabaya Asante Kotoko team ni bi no. Omunyai na management ni coach ni choose on players. Okay. Okay, say me can't asem no e wa hase. Adana Murezi fatal issue na me can't asem no wo fia. Na e kasa kwa.
Dejibo so kan.
Nga dey here free mu.
Sources no so kire say. Player ni feel say enam ne ba no. Sources no kire say player no so feel say ne ba no. As a matter of fact, Coach Ogum Fatal was not his first choice. The first choice was Prince Kwabena Owusu of Babianu Gold Stars. But issues be by I'm who's a player need the kind of
issue.
According to the coach, sources close to the coach, he wanted them to pursue Prince Kwabena Owusu. Still no Munko Fanembra. And they felt that Fatal is also a better option.
Tabreno, Tiu. Baby, I mean, blue, a management, a Dr. Gumuntia say pressure na supporters need the core management so no. For Fatal no muntimi nka say obemko akofa Zozu Kwabena na free Gold Stars. Tina Mbeka wa say omunja na management na for mu players. So tell me chance you because Shemi Zoto mama wa ayibi CCA. Kotoko na no on the last 3 transfer windows. About with a big problem. A player motor from Bofakoi. Your friend say, Abudu Samoa. How many matches no?
1. They say they are recover.
Na say recover. But football so the ball back mienu na Saba. Ade ne hye ho. So to the mention, but problem then they say, me TBB say, I will not even blame the IMC and even the coach. Time will buy, and the team you taking decisions here. The team name IMC so much. Time I did team name money. They were in a hurry. Most of the players are mobile in the first round medicals right. And last administration a few home away, but the same thing happened.
So you know medical didn't register because a mandatory fee.
But my more better.
Mizo to baby just say they are waiting. Almost train coach Akwesi Appiah so beba. But the player is injured. According to the player, no. Send your more describe say be or bear out or more tries or more tweeting or bear out for the season. Or who say obetimi recover the ababebo.
So they say assistants now. Kotoko medical team no. Do they have a position on this matter? Because the player can say meet me abo. Now say obviously there be HSO own team member. Why position HSO own team member?
A medical team no after the MRI scans no mu try.
Okay.
And consulting.
And they say Wadaroma minia. Kwesi Appiah o me den pacho.
Say no. Termination during the process no.
Asem no me ko say no kwa.
Mr. To
that's how na ade ba it no. Ah, there be no Kwesi Appiah recommended the footballer would name say. Me ba cho me ba. We don't me ba. Attract technical director. If it's got to do with injury. If it's got to do with injury. Yet to say me also sign for how long?
2 years.
2 years. First 6 months no. A beer born on team more, and that is the recommendation by our technical people. There's no guarantee. Put after 6 months, you know. And that's how we play other than we pray. And I will pray through your system in the area. What they back? Who be room? You have not even started the contract. This one go fast much a Kwesi Appiah so about make us the munya and mama mereno. And I said me
okay, Abia
take a disinformed
behind it. Almost friend called secretary.
Abia Kwesi Appiah.
Man kona mun compensate.
Abia Kwesi Appiah so no because of the Klaus no. Abia Oba the stance of the club no. Only play and it
exactly. Because almost started, you know, almost started conversation.
Their player and guys on into mo.
They would you better say
no, was player and estimate my boss.
Also betting that means on and I so better
boy you change that. There be any pressure when
you change you.
The pressure jana. I dey gago yem.
When you change you.
Yes, start here me be me need 5 minutes kwa. Not gago air frame.
Change you to when you change you. Where you decision. Meaning the two fatao or other clubs or koye. I went me ambo based on the length of contract or sign. But they just imagine say after the year Kenya then official release from Kotoko. Kotoko terminate to more contract or money fatao. The basis of the termination is say almost the medical is not fully fit. So other clubs will not come in to chase for fatao signature. It's also a player now. Ube take his stance be because a idea one way to even end your career. I bet you my bobo crab every so what's the mechanism? One a day. Oh, said you obey and say Kotoko as a club will take their stance. Maybe the Zutu say Kotoko acquire more checks. And no mufu say Fatao no Mwa or ma. And your Kotoko stance.
I'm going to Kwesi Appiah no de ne bechim.
And okay, Kwesi Appiah.
Asem no de say no kwa.
Ba me no baby and 70 finish the day.
This akwa say una go fa ne bai. Una supporters na mo so. Ti asem ba.
Last year ABC. Who's the last year ABC. Say problem no say ya hwe ne resolve am so today be the problem beba. Timeline of Asante. Once there be an Bibiana question.
Supporters. Pressure on call former chairman. And Nana Amensa and Nahadarma. Munjama management and take of this.
Amunya said the Biamo
player as a supporter's choice. Mitin was a more baby. Now it's a higher
player there.
I'm just do baby. I know Yaji woman some.
Do
baby. I know Yaji woman some.
And sometimes, my mama
do baby. I'm managing and controlling. But
a pressure. Because based on what you are saying, say, Dr. Prosper Nate Ogum, then the first choice.
Yes, he had that.
And also, take management interest when recruiting players away.
Exactly.
So, by say management. No more player and a pa.
also at the point no now mo cast on net na options available na no na ya be dey
woni dey tie ma management no management
go
force player no coach
na duro na
the pressure from the supporters
so means na player no oka coach choices no nka ho
there be
just no your first choice no first no
supporters no mo take decision the spiritual account the way count but the management takes decision with physical deal
yes
supporters we can
relax there be no putu management
at Fatao no mo share experience and no share sika because sika
and those are things you consider
yes sika na Bebian go stars willing omo take stance just on big enye omo ma prince kwabena uzumba simple sa and again no mo share experience Fatao dey ba and if osan free agent no mo so okay yesika sem no ye betimi am manage Fatao dey ne kakra dan prince kwabena ugusu dey supporters no so dey omo dey ne be source no plus factors are the pros and cons of kwabena ugusu and Fatao no mo consider Fatao no enti disciplinary issues about nyina no omo solve no nyina
okay
and okoye medicals now the amakwesi apia bam ne say call na ed ne call secretariat hono boy na ni anje ekwan a
and you see I got a plan bofu
presented to him
plan bofu
na ni anje ho
oba arbitration dem na ni oba be hwe me ka kwesi apia oba hwe asem naka
o say akan say akwesi apia the player feels we can still contribute to the team.
Now them me nana.
So no who say as a injury no. Because as a certain people are not mum and support
they are cashing it.
Exactly. Ti onu say Kwesi Appiah will be a neutral person to actually judge and say if indeed at the end and
the
player also try Kwesi Appiah.
The can say Bizotu.
Avin Matthias.
Adebia and Yena Bizotu.
Okay, Robert on say mame ona obusenti me no example. Siasi refia ne bi preso ne bi mpreso. Ti asem ke to ana bae no. Omo anu mo mpreso no. Omo na yirim. But nipa ba akwa me gini this on the obe ma judgment a obe fair. Eni Kwesi Appiah ti do mo ma na mra na nyina di asem tu na no kasa na me kasa e be hwe dan mo anne mo me banya mo ye magins
asem ni asem na da no
ko asem na ko fa no ba
asem ni asem
me te ngate
kamisia
na
nga mbese misi wo meyi no yotu Kotoko na da ho no Kotoko is a big football club take decisions on time. And yes sir mzoto utwen na last minute you could take decision na affect the club no. Sometimes I feel sad for my dear Juma Shomonsa, especially this situation the IMC no CC. They were anti the people will start attacking the IMC but then nyoma. And na make catch say ye best start season we no. Hwe time cry dear Juma na share IMC nsa. Etimi bia no mu ye bia na ya pre. Last year, Fatao was my year Kenya, be a man for refi. Boy, you free Cameroon by Pele. Only Fatao issue ya by a pool. Who what happened last season? Thomas Pele. Who what happened last season? Because of Ogum issue, no. After na block management from even signing players. Because coach ni o sign ya coach be na ku training omo. The time I come back say Africa Kotoko no Ogum awie no. Na Kotoko time aka omo de kobo Africa no na etia afi no mse players anyhow the same situation and IMC we aba betum etia koba say
also Thomas Pele assembly is serious.
No, that is the truth. Yeah. That is the truth. Because ubo se bibi omo ye ni bia no omo ye no ahon prepare so amu ni time yenya ne tentem amount for more pressure no makwa ye bibi so we football club now ma the team nations o do mo ko share sa akona na. They will keep on making mistakes until you will not see the progress of the club. Okay. And only the hammer. Oh, right. They say the go team now or no. They say IMC ohi. Supporters here are no mas. Obi nkasa supporters in Kasao. They say you are to the level say supporter team time player could not training ground. Munye na mo fa na mo bo.
Oh, so we do akoza.
Na Fatao dey just sanity.
So Obi am make recommendation.
Obi am make
recommendation. Unim pre mesoto. Unim pressure I call MC for so on Fatao. And who meeting in Abem? Your free meeting IMC members, technical team members on Fatao. And you believe what?
Because of Sir.
Zach.
Yeah. Asama.
Bene Joseph Yamin Jr. birthday.
Yamin.
Okosko Mario Montero Debi Jr.
Okay.
Joseph Yamin Jr.
Hey.
Or Maria Montezori. Free Apia Stadium.
That's organizer.
Madam Evelyn Siasare. Madam Evelyn Siasare. Neba Nanensia Asare Usu Junior.
On also birthday.
Birthday.
Okay.
And
so why should Kotoko compensate him when they terminate his contract because he came with that injury? Okay. What's what the injury by there shouldn't be any compensation. Oh no, that's one farmer. Okay, but if he went through the medicals, one farmer. Yeah, I mean.
So this is what I know.
One that's a birthday of MP for Kumau. Honorable NSCA Enim. And the honorable birthday. But I'm with you.
One. Who said I never quite about football and medical, and they say medical is to ascertain whether a player or issue. Medical, and you know, say player go through medicals. Na club Emma judgment say only issue until let's go ahead and register him. Idea woman say Ebia Nintin Ebia Kusapia will come in because listen. Young kind of crunchy will be if the boy refuses say the more can want to ask ya to was and you have to pay him off because he is as at the time that Kotoko was registering him records I say he wasn't injured. Let's young cast I'm not send it here.
Have you seen the reports?
Oh, and I'm to say report on one make the announcement say everything was correct. As at the time, the
Safiu's registration was rejected because his medicals was not completed.
Don't query.
By GFA.
As of today, the GFA did not register Safiu for Kotoko. Safiu's injury is a career-threatening one. I'm just talking to a doctor who has seen the MRI. Okay.
Administrative but whether bad TT. One my information, which is very, very crucial in this determination of this matter. Yekasa is not a registered player of Kotoko.
Kotoko did not register
because the GFA queried.
I'm rejected. Yes. As I'm talking to you.
Nadia from to reject it.
The medical is not complete, they will reject.
They don't reject
complete,
but they don't reject it.
What is complete?
Sometimes what they do is that sometimes class or no. Okay, Safi no last minute session too. What the class mostly do, so many all the relevance are available. They'll put it inside. Normal information be 1 or 2 be ashim. They will query you, then you solve it, then they and as at now there. And yes, he reject. He's in the system. Queried. If I'm going by Bathway in Sanetia, he said they've queried him.
But I mean, you should reject. Also, you should query.
I'm saying they don't reject. And I mean more than how the registration is done. I'm only helping how the registration is done. They don't reject. They will query you.
Based on the medical report, maybe a state room. Say player no, we na no. Ultimate from mobile from the doctors no. We na ultimate from mobile. Na Kotoko ni mo. So still nobody akushim see a
because medical, but your medical report no. Let me clear this here. And now about say player na mobu. And I say, oh, ankle injury. Medical reports now, because say players, no, most of them they register them with injury.
Yeah.
And only a heart issue, ne, and then my player no bobo anaye, but into could not medical report to Buffalo. And yes, a player be ankle injury.
That is another additional information. Kotoko appealed the rejection by the FE. Hence the MRI.
And they demand the MRI.
Who says me choose me words very carefully. Kotoko appealed the rejection by the FE. Hence the MRI. Would the media no see what for?
one of those medical reports now say restriction no nanka no I'm also sitting say enya about obi wo ankle injury no obi wo knee injury.
But he has not said that. Bafo has not said.
No say me I'm based on Safi situation now no. The problem with Safi no nye say or heart problem or then and if you are going to do registration, which Mr. Otuo knows this because why registration be that? Say medical report yeji from players no. Yes, enter because on ni mupa. And now about say obi wo ankle injury, obi wo knee injury. Club can raise a player with ankle injury, no he said he recover in some time. Yeah, medical report now requested from clubs about your heart miss and be a bit show some report no moje. Today
doctors will never bad for information. But for doctor no we were qualified. Top notch.
No, and I'm also more.
May I manage this? And the top notch versus top.
I'm also giving you based on I've worked with and I'm sure say Obed as PR of Kotoko before. Or my pass through the system.
No, but they all can yet. I think they are semantics. Or no, your query are there. Your query, just say the process is not complete. Fawibra,
you very requesting for BB.
Very requesting for Fawibra. If you don't bring it at a certain time, it could be rejected.
Yes, into one area, I know, baby, above us, make my baby say now. No, he said, and now, no, he said, yeah, says Hassan is Anatia. Kotoko may refuse updating their system with the relevant,
But contract contract go register in fact contract no.
En pon fa ho. Na
contract.
Ya san contract
also go registration.
En pon
register and
so etino asema e kan yan say. Now they have to sit with the boy because they ask at this morning to asema obedi if you speak to almost boys na camp na what they feel is say the boy can play. Yes, the thing say as I said, me just have small time in here. He can play.
What out in the last club year
say yeah, just a year ago. I'm say was Sweden or so. I'm say Sweden or so.
No, me can
okay.
The last club year be no on the last club.
The last club year.
And a reason Sano Bobo.
This say.
And what was the reason why he left that club? These are very important issues.
No, yeah.
Did make us hard say Fatao as a player, the quality of work as a footballer. Say sign Fatao. Maybe I'm a chef Fatao, the boy or bonus do city and what 1 year. I should be asking myself questions. So to them say in me go into the history of the player within that period the entire on ye ba me ni nyina no za see be twa ye ntwam and America na say supporters come be so offer you 2 lines so mame nana
odan to life
you see
Obed minim the American assemble wo ha mentimi kan radio so but minim the level of Fatao No. Me say assemble wo ha I cannot say it on radio and I'm not making conclusion on assemble abano but the person me chene say sometimes omon play omon role as supporters no mo di adwuma na show mo nsa no omunye omo so no omunye omo adwuma at the end of the day
asama ji okay I will say ka na amensa ha I don't play role as supporter okay ni na ka role
no to share
and asama Kenya say this is an issue that will be a advice said the man say it's an issue that must be handled carefully because you handle carefully maybe based on what even Sobedi came before Bomwa and they have to find a way nicely society because some make a boy an idiot still think say he can play and it's a most more be a chess because as I say again so talk as be because the medical team as my bond enche biya no mka so
kotoko evidence prove to say be a boy ni injury ntimi alama
Exactly.
they can add it to the
Odisi how can Odisi say what be medical am be medical then the medical team say
Baby don't go medical. Ozo Odisi say.
Oh, timer.
obi a medical na wa pass the fit
What can say be na as o kan na wa dane ne kakra. So I won't say timer. Earlier on during headline na me catch say the medical team are not happy because this whole thing the way it was done. Striker Bello Bakacho said the medical was done somewhere. And the medical team una cancer. The medical team were not involved. And some na ekoko so tama. I am more makier than the air can know. Now as a nkofo profession in nkofo life intino. Ebi o ha na eja atum kakra.
Okay, so this is a top notch football administrator. Okay. If he's being queried as a result of medical certificate, Asante Kotoko will be free from any charges of termination. Without the medical certificate signed by the medical doctor, your registration will be rejected.
Okay. Let's also say medical no the person should bring it to you. The medical is about to be ankle injury. Check Arsenal player them it is this registered by Upra Otifie.
Gundogan say City.
You understand? So obiwo knee problem or ankle problem no enya na medical no.
But this one is about the procedure
to register him.
Say or ankle problem because GFA nyom na heart or knee. So the if it is not duly signed
by a
the medical doctor who conducted it, it could be rejected.
It's registration so by it doesn't make
No. We are talking about the registration.
Registration could be rejected.
Now, in my opinion, meaning say we a doctor. The GFA failure or rejection of his registration is irrelevant or inconsequential.
No, it's sure.
The most important point is to first establish whether there is a valid contract between the player and the club. We've done that. Unless Kotokoku established there was a dishonesty or partial disclosure by the player on a key condition or term of the contract. Otherwise, Kotoko might be liable for wrongful termination.
So make a point on say. Now they have to find a nice way. Sit down. No no. And Tina Kusapia will be very crucial in this meeting because at least Obianim say the figure no. Send your tier no.
All right. For 2 minutes we my.
Exclusive Mukwala ba ode
tricky make keto ebu lamte dey bia be 1 minute bi mzetu me dem akachiro and me say akabim say which lamte no ehun hia say me lamte na me hu de opeso ye tisia tie age any lamte side Ghana habo na yebo no players akatua e wo fom me wo player bi am tutu obekọ ye
Ghana say players Ghana for
o se bo asem ne ye ka
Ghana for akatua wo fom
anya Ghana ni bia anya Ghana ni bi o ye
oh ka crave 3% bi na
okay you are right you are right we to Lamte as a footballer, so she be able to say, me dana akofa Lamte betena e maame no papa ba ha no. Na me hwe case na nurse no, but I was the looking parents. At the background of the family. Hwe obone bo na msutu yama ne ban. Se o maame no papa, ebe sori afifie. Edimrika gidi aboy the PFMC esrebu mun ka bi mai tells you say he's from a poor home.
So papa na can say
yeah.
Send him.
Then he's on the breadwinner of the family. That
on a penny.
On say oh yeah critical analysis of issues ah. Esa this annual money nyina get involved. Yeah. It is such a person say offer biba na mzoto ye say a man $7,000. Bibia ni wa say one kotoko ena kotoko koboa no cars ena hwan doesn't come in. He will look at his family. Because bosume so a obed pressure na be ko no so no. So ti because ye can say no. Time akotoko koye protest no cars na ye release Lamte no. Obobo makotoko resource. Ye we and Lamte am kotene fi so omobo biem. He's still playing and giving kotoko resource. Eti baby e wo say no. E two issues. A possible salam take case and it is also go for the enemy. Libya for no mokobo motete kwanchen. omuko bo mo tete kwanchen either Kotoko will give Lamptey yes
omaja ko bi kura wa
either say Kotoko be ma Lamptey because enene chine ya Kotoko should start talking to Lamptey